So you guys remember that I shared my first mystery shopping payment. So today I'm gonna do a quick overview of what I actually got in that payment, so what I was paid, what the net of that was, and so what I actually made when you run all of the numbers, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit more about was that actually worth it or not. I got paid $60, okay? But now let's go over really what that bottom line looks like. You got the $60 in the payment, but costs, you have to factor in your costs. So when I looked back at my cost, the shop itself was 23 miles away from my house, which meant that I drove 46 miles to get there and back. So in thinking about 46 miles, it ended up being about 2 gallons of gas, which based on my car and the current gas prices, that ended up being about $7.50. So we already start off by taking that $60 payment and taking that $7.50 off of that because we're considering the gas that we spent on that in order to make that money. Now we have to think about the time factor. So yes, when we talk about it, oh, it was an hour of time, it's actually a little bit more than that. And I really think it's important to make sure that you understand the details of that when you're thinking about each shop so you know which shops are going to be right for you and can pick the right ones when you do them for mystery shopping. So in terms of the time, so the first one is the travel. It actually, again, because it was 23 miles away, that was about 40 minutes of my time in driving to and from there that I need to factor in. So it's 40 minutes of time. Then doing the pre-call to get the appointment set up was about 5 minutes. Then the actual tour itself, of course, the main part of the shop, was 60 minutes. The part that sometimes can be unexpected and can really take a lot of the time is the after. And a lot of people do not talk about this, but after every mystery shop that you do, it sounds fun, like, oh my God, I get to go shop, that's great. But you also have to do an after report. In this particular case, I had to do a survey because there were two parts of this shop. That survey was 120 questions plus a written narrative. Both of those things took me 1 hour to complete. That ends up being 2.75 hours or 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's actually how much time I spent on this shop, not just the 1 hour. Now, granted, it was spread across multiple days, but it's still a totality because when you think about it, I need to know what my bottom line is to make sure that I'm actually making money from every single hustle. So I know that 5250, I'm going to take that and divide it by the 2.75, which is how many hours I actually worked on this hustle, which then takes me down to $19.09. So my payment, I got $52.50 for 2.75 hours of work, which really equates and breaks down to $19.09 per hour. Now, when you are doing side hustles, it is incredibly important to make sure you know your numbers and your bottom line. You cannot just be out here doing stuff because you're potentially not going to make money because you're not paying attention to those numbers. I have to pay my dues and show a history of the shops that I've done in order to qualify for other, better, higher paying shops and establish myself as a trusted mystery shopper. I am focusing really on writing great narratives, building relationships, and I already have some of the mystery shopping companies and the representatives calling me back and saying, oh my God, you did a great job. Do you want to do some more shops? That's how we build that relationship. That's how we build the rapport so that we can qualify for the higher ones. So I have been getting a lot of questions from you guys on mystery shopping. It is one of my faves right now. So next week, I'm going to actually start a series on mystery shopping secrets and just sharing every single piece of information I know. If you are interested in mystery shopping, definitely stay tuned. I will be starting the series next week, and every day I'm going to be dropping some little gems of things I've learned about mystery shopping over the last month. Thanks, guys.